What is up? This is Roots Reviews, where we keep it for real, for real. I am Root, again, the Culture Black Kid.
I'm Ifoma, aka Ivy.
And today we are reviewing the latest album from a Grammy Award winning indie folk band from Wisconsin, formed by the one and only Justin Vernon. They go by the name of Bon Iver, and this is their first project in 6 years called Sable, Fable. 6 years? Say 6 years. Hope it's in a number of years, in a while. This is their fifth studio album. Started off as an EP called just Sable, which dropped late last year.
Yes.
Then which Justin has named as the prologue, and Fable is the full album coming past, which he has named as kind of the book part of this. Yeah. I'm super excited to get into this, knowing the standard that people put Bon Iver at,
Yeah.
Justin Vernon and Bon Iver at. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. What are our overall thoughts?
This is an album that literally had me looking at my loved ones and pondering deeply about my connection with them. Like, I swear to God, this made me start writing poetry. It made me look to
Rewriting
myself.
poetry? You already write poetry.
No, but I've been on a break. I swear to God, I picked up the pen. I was like, I'm back.
You were like,
I'm
the
back.
return.
Like, I'm back. I have never, ever in my entire life had a project, have a project do this to me. It's like a healing power, this album, and every single facet feels natural. I love the way that part one and part two juxtapose each other. Part one is so deep and dark, and part two is kind of very sentimental, but way more a bit upbeat. Yeah, and I just I love when how you go through the album. You're really taken on a roller coaster when it comes to the sound, but the story being told is constant and consistent and smooth. It was grounding. I love this album. I'm about to bow down. Sorry, that was it.
No, I am. You brought up some amazing points right there, and yeah, this whole project is super therapeutic. It is an album that when you listen to it, you need to give your full attention. You can't just chuck this on in the background. You can, and it's nice, but if you really want to get the full experience, you need to sit down. You need to have
Yeah.
zero to little distractions and just listen.
Yeah. Literally let go.
1000%. I do like how Sable feels like the past, Fable feels like the future. In the contrast between those two parts of the project or the EP compared to the album as a whole. But we're going to get into that a little bit more. So let's go into some pros, which it sounds like we're going to have a gang of pros. But yeah, Iffy, I'll let you kick it off.
All right. I actually have a lot to talk about, so I'm sorry. I'm going to try my hardest to be fast, but lock in. Okay. First things first. The best opening to a project ever known to man. I was blown away.
The 12-second silence?
No, okay, not the 12-second silence. Things behind things behind things.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The 12-second silence, sorry. Sorry.
I'm like, the first one? The one that's got 12 seconds? The episode?
That one, definitely that one.
Yeah.
No, things about things about things. That set the tone for the rest of that entire album. Yeah, truly every element of that song really makes you emotional. Every aspect feels cinematic. 10 out of 10, strong opener. In terms of the songs, award season, gorgeous. A very beautiful moment. Yeah, a beautiful moment that he's done singing and you hear all the horns. I started crying. I was walking when I first started listening to. Sorry, this is like me telling a story. I don't care. I actually don't get it.
I'll let you cook.
I was walking when I was first listening to this album and I literally burst into tears. It overtook me. And when I say I've never had a project do this to me, I genuinely mean it. Another song, Day One. I love the blend of genres within this track. I love the Flock of Dimes feature. Very chef's kiss, gorgeous. The song really takes you on a journey, and even sonically, the way it ebbs and flows is crazy. The tone change from from Bon Iver is crazy. I loved hearing him sing with a much higher pitch. The last song, the outro, Au revoir. Oh my God. Oh my god. Oh my god. I literally want to cry as I'm saying this. Just like the intro, it is the perfect ending. No words. No words literally now and in the song too. It's just really beautiful, really atmospheric, and it just makes you feel like everything is going to be okay. After that journey you went through, it is the perfect ending, and really stunning because of the placement and the context, all the placement of the songs. Perfect. I could keep. I actually need to shut up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna. I don't.
Yeah, there's so much.
There's too
There is so
much.
much. There
There's
is.
literally too much. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop here. Please go.
That's all right. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna pick it up. And concur vocal performance throughout. Look, Justin can sing, but look, he can
Yes.
sang. He can sang. My goodness, that white boy, he be singing.
He be saying
Favorite songs. Jump straight in because this is a whole bunch. Award season. My goodness, when the music drops out
Yeah.
in that back half. Woo! Yep. Also was also getting so emotional
Yeah.
listening to that. Everything is peaceful love. Such a silky chorus. Love how it just goes step by step into the soulfulness. Walk home scratches a little bit of a sample itch that I love. Big sucker for samples. And another killer hook. The Rhodes accompaniment with the keyboard again has those gospel vibes that again are throughout that whole part of the Fable
Yeah.
part that I love. Definitely something that I haven't heard Bon Iver tap into.
Yeah.
Maybe as in my doing my little bit of homework, but I think there was You Man Like on his last album that maybe had like the smallest fraction of like gospel like
No,
influence,
they
but
take it to another level.
yeah,
In this album.
for sure. So Walk Home again continues on day one with Dijon and Flock of Dimes. I'll Be There. Another great hook. There's a rhythm. Another great hook. Like so many catchy choruses, hooks throughout. So memorable. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. I could keep going. But I'm curious because along with pros, maybe might come some cons. So, Iffy, I'm wondering if you
No,
have any cons.
I don't.
You got no cons?
Let's just keep it moving for me.
Okay. Okay. I got two. One's like literally so small that it's basically nothing. There was literally only one lyric on Speyside that felt like when he was saying it, he was just packing too much into the lyric. It was like
What was it?
it was something. Let me get it up.
Live listening, y'all.
It is. I really damn been on such a violent spree, and it was like there was just too much packed into that
Okay.
bar. So I'm like, okay, I heard it. I'm like, that was a little awkward, but that was literally the only thing about Speyside that, and then I thought that maybe From could be sequenced later in the project. It felt like such a interesting turn from again that gospel vibe that it was on, and then switch it to more of like a folky singer-songwriter kind of
I
vibe.
think the placement was good.
You thought it was fine?
I actually thought it was like I think the placement of all the songs. I mean, because I was like looking at it lyrically.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, like I think personally,
Mm.
it was perfect. It was perfect to me. Sorry, Bon
No, that makes
Iver,
sense.
get behind me, get behind me. Oh my god.
No, that makes sense. Again, I don't know. Maybe this is showing something about how I listen to music when it comes to projects, because I had a similar critique for the Devora project. So, yeah. But that's just me. I just think From maybe for me felt a smidge out of place sonically in the sequencing, and maybe could have been a bit later. But maybe just because I love the gospel vibes, and I was just like, I want this to continue. Because then it came right
was
back on I'll Be
good.
There, and I'm like,
It was good.
come on, let's go. So yeah, those are my only two critiques. So let's get into our overall ratings. Are we here for this? Depends on the day. Feeling iffy about it. I feel like you might know already, but iffy. What's your rating?
Feeling iffy about it.
True.
I'm lying, of course. I'm here for this. I'm like the most here for this I've ever been for a project in my life. And I'm going to read exactly what I wrote. This album made me physically emotional. I have not faced well, I can't write apparently. I have never faced so much introspection while also reflecting on those around me and my relationships. I will forever say music is a moving force and way of life because this album is a direct example of that. The storytelling, his lyrics, the production, it's clear why Bon Iver is renowned. Sable Fable is an album that is so polished and tidied sonically, but on the other side of that, the emotion and story is so raw. The stark audible difference between part one and two is also an enjoyable element that boosts the album further. I'm really impressed and I'm really moved by this project. It transcends music for me and becomes an experience and sentiment. God, I fucking love this album.
Nice.
Done.
Nice.
Thank you.
You can relax now.
Thank you so much.
And I'm also here for this. There's not much music that, again, I listen to so much, and there's not much music that can really make me stop in my tracks. And I will admit that when I first chucked this on, again, I was working, so there was a lot of distractions. But when I finally got the chance to sit down, properly indulge it, then go and rent so many so many Justin Vernon interviews for the project. It was just so insightful to hear him talk about things, his experiences, even get music recommendations from him in a BBC interview. So Justin Vernon is such an intentional person, and also finally, as a novice of Justin and Bon Iver's music as a whole, it allowed me to go back and listen to his whole discography, and it's been ridiculous since the start. Duh, if you're a Bon Iver fan, you know this. However, as someone who is finally being able to go into that world, I'm like, wow, wow. So I am very, very, very excited to hear what's next, as well as continue to look back and rinse his past work, because I can see why he is held at such high esteem, and they are held at such high esteem.
Literally.
So that is our review of Bon Iver's Sable, should I say. Let us know what you think. Are you here for this? Depends on the day. Feeling iffy about it. And once again, this is Rouge Reviews. I am Root, aka the Culture Black Kid.
I'm Informer, aka Ippy.
And we'll catch you next time. Peace.